All right, now we down here live in Real Oak, keeping it real with your hosts, me, the Wizard. We got the doctor over here, and on the ones and twos, we got the brain. And the introducing, sound like he had 2 or 3 cents to add to the conversation. Is our engineer for the day, Randy.
Howdy.
Okay, so what we was coming in at, we was gonna talk about some other stuff, but the what we led with, I liked what we was talking about just a second ago, the supernatural side of Marvel, and who do you feel in this room right now feel could deserve a movie and could carry a franchise or a series on its own. I feel like Morbius can, if they can do a Blade, they can do a Morbius
See,
movie.
now you can have a Blade Morbius spinoff,
That would be dope.
but you can't have just a Morbius. It's not enough.
I didn't like just the Venom, but they made it work.
Oh, closer? Okay.
Use the word deserved. Let me
Deserved.
point out that there is right now a Cloak and Dagger series.
Whoa.
I haven't
No.
seen that
Be
yet.
cool. Be cool. Because that Cloak and Dagger series is awesome.
The Cloak and Dagger comic is awesome, so I hope
I mean, it's awesome. It's really good.
I hope we ain't down in.
And we do know why that series is where it is right now. It's simply
where is that?
because the diversity. Like they're trying to find a way to add diversity into comics. Cloak and Dagger is the perfect.
grandfather of
It's the
Grit.
perfect entry to that. So yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Have you seen it?
I see.
I mean,
the
like the
first
whole thing?
season. I
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't got that. I got too many apps on my phone to pay for another app. That's my problem. I need to find an app on if YouTube takes some episodes because I was into them back in the day. I was into that whole. I remember when I was younger. I used to think
Yeah, I had a
Cameron
couple of
Diaz should have
comic
played
books back in the
Dagger,
day.
and any brother with a cloak could have played Cloak, because that's how that character could be,
perceive.
perceived. Because he pretty much was like a portal to his own dimension, right?
Yes, that's what it is. He can. He lives within his own dimension.
And he can shoot
And
dark
actually,
matter.
he comes out of his dimension to come into ours, which is kind of dope.
So yeah,
And in their search for diversity, they got rid of Luke Cage. Bravo, Marvel.
Whoa! No,
I think
pump
that
the
was
brakes.
Netflix.
Yeah,
I think that
and
was Netflix movie.
so I think Luke Cage was a victim of the
It'd have been dope if they would have thrown like part of the effects from the Thanos snap to the series before they left.
through that show.
Like before they
Well,
left, like any of
we,
them.
but we know why. We know why. I think it's just a part of the conglomerate. That was a business move that they had nothing to do with. Netflix feels like, or Netflix is making big moves, and they don't need Disney or DC or anybody. They do whatever the fuck they want to do right now.
at this point.
So they're like, Marvel's, aren't they starting their own channel or something?
They both
like
start their own app next.
Yeah,
That's
so-
supposed to be the
so
next.
they're like, if you
I'm
gonna-
not sure if it's Marvel or if it's Disney per se, and since Disney owns Marvel now, they're gonna be attached to it.
Well, I think they're gonna have
Well,
to.
they do the movies. Marvel.
That's what I'm talking about.
Handles comic books.
I mean, I'm talking about the movies. I ain't talking about the comic, because they already got their own comic book app. So that's already out. I'm talking about as far as showing their media.
Can you believe that DC and Marvel are in this space right now? Where right now they're dominating everything. Even for DC to
Yeah.
be such trash, it's still part of this dominating comic
Yeah,
book force.
some people didn't think it was trash.
Hashtag Krypton the show. Anyway.
I said, so anybody check that out? I want to check it out. By
I
his granddaddy.
tried. I couldn't do it. It was
Couldn't.
bad. It was so bad.
It looked, the potential was there. I heard about the granddaddy and what was
I
going
didn't
on.
watch
It
one
was so
episode.
bad. Did you watch Krypton?
No, I didn't watch that at all.
That's because you're a smart man.
Anything came up and I had to go. So.
Is it canceled? Did it?
I hope it is.
Why? Off of what? Off of what? Are you just hating because the new sci-fi, the crappy SYFY sci-fi?
I stopped watching shows on sci-fi.
You're not even talking about the show yet. You're talking about you don't like the network itself.
I don't like.
Yeah,
that.
I don't like the network. I stopped
Yeah.
watching sci-fi shows when they canceled Alphas, and that was like 10 years ago now, I think.
Which one was Alphas? I don't remember.
It was another
You know, it's
superhero
legendary. Anyway,
or people with powers.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
It's good. 2 seasons only though.
What's that
so.
show called? I used to watch a show on sci-fi about these scientists. And they lived in the city. I used to like it. A sheriff happened to drive there. Got a job as
Yeah.
sheriff.
Oh, what are you talking about? It's just some town. Something town.
Is it called Eureka?
Yeah, I think it was Eureka.
I used to be the shit. I used to like, but that was the last of it. To me, you said he was done there. I was done when I woke up one day, and like it was between commercials, and it was like Sci-Fi presents Hellraiser 27, and I was like, I'm done with the show. They're just making movies. They're just making movies. It wasn't 27. I'm being
But still, I
ridiculous.
get where you
But
coming
it was
from.
like Hellraiser
It needs to stop.
9 or
It
something.
needs to stop. It needs to stop.
Sharknado.
Sharknado, that's when they was gone. They was already gone when they got to the point and said we about to make a movie about sharks.
My
and
question is,
tornadoes.
what person watches Sharknado?
They
Like,
made it to
who
part
does
3.
that?
Somebody is
No, it's not one person. It's like, I don't know. Did you ever watch the Batman, Adam West, Burt Ward? It's so bad, it's funny. And
Yeah,
makes you
yeah.
watch
I still go back and watch that. Yep.
It was
Yeah,
never bad.
exactly, because
You would
it's
never
funny.
talk about
and they
Adam
say
West
that's
like
what
that.
happened with Sharknado. It was so bad, it became a cult classic where people were watching and laughing at it. That might not have been the originators' intent
Goal.
for it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
that's what
word.
it became known for.
I just looked
And
up.
now they moved up to
Krypton.
What is it?
Is it still on?
Some type of
Another season comes out
arachnid
this year.
lava inside or
Okay.
some crap.
Oh, this just aired.
No.
So it must be some type of good if it's keeping it
Well,
up.
it had its moments, but I'm gonna say this: if they were to use, I don't know the character they used to go back in time. I think
Brainiac?
Oh yeah,
No,
it's
no.
called It's About Time. The last one that came out.
I wish they would have used Booster Gold. If they would have used Booster Gold, it would have made way more sense.
I keep hearing about this.
I'd have thought that was awesome.
It's
But
gotta
they
must be
used
the
some
truth.
other guy, and it was like, I don't even know who you are. I think he's Booster Gold's son. But if they'd have used Booster
It
Gold,
took
that'd
on
be
a life
awesome.
of its own. It was crap. People found it so funny, like hell no, and everybody watched
It was like they tried to do a soap opera drama Superman show.
That's it. They did that
Right.
already.
Well, this one didn't have powers because
Right.
no one there had powers.
So it's just everybody. It's sort of like Gotham.
It was like
But Gotham dope because it's about the villains.
I was gonna
that
say it
are-
was
the
pre-Gotham.
villains,
It was
you know.
pre-Gotham because Gotham started out with nobody with abilities. Now Gotham is rampant with.
People got abilities now. They got metahumans on Gotham.
I think so.
I need to watch
I wouldn't
it.
know. Don't watch it.
I don't
People-
watch it either.
I didn't watch it either, but I
We
watched
should
like
we
part
should
of the
be
first
only
season.
talking about stuff that we watch. That way we can have more insight.
Okay, well, what's being right now?
It's a good thing you talk about
Right
what we
now,
don't watch.
I just
Like
got
you
finished
said,
with season
DC
3.
And Marvel are steadily pumping out the shows. You got Supergirl, Gotham, Arrow,
That's
Flash.
DC. Marvel is just not catching up on that TV level.
No, Marvel was doing it. Marvel was doing this thing.
When?
Well,
Like
the
you
gift
said,
is
Luke
still,
Cage, the whole
I'm talking about,
Netflix.
I'm talking about within the last 5 years, because DC been dominating for like the past 20, 25 years as far as TV.
I mean, but DC never really had no good TV.
they did
Name 3 shows,
3 shows.
that was good TV for
Yeah, wait,
DC.
yeah, 3 shows.
3 shows, so I can't say Superboy, right? Because that's not DC no more.
Wait, which one are
So
you
which
talking
Superboy?
about?
What are you talking
Marvel
about?
or
They
DC?
used to come on before My Secret Identity.
There's a
Or-
Superboy TV show?
Or
Yeah, it's a
Smallville.
Superboy
Are you talking about
TV. No, it
Smallville?
was before Smallville. It's come on before My
See,
Secret
that's how I
Identity.
know it was bad.
You had
Jerry
Superman
O'Connell.
TV shows
Superman
that came on
TV
back
show.
in the 70s.
That was that. He going way beyond my head. That
Yeah,
was
Lois
like-
and Clark. That's
what
what you
about
talking about.
That's Lois and Clark too. We got Flash.
Superboy, 1988 to 1992.
Went for 4
Let's see
years.
that.
It came on used to come on before My Secret Identity, where Jerry O'Connell had superpowers. It was so Jerry O'Connell, was some kid. He had powers. And he had super strength and super speed.
I'm gonna go home and watch
it was
that.
like it was like a superhero.
This is
hour.
another show that we don't know nothing about.
Flash.
XON TV20s.
Right, TV20 when they had all the hour specials. They had everything hour back in those days.
Okay, so let's get back to the
Oh,
original topic.
Flash.
though.
You had
Let's
a
get
Flash
back.
show that was coming on
You didn't
Fox.
let me come up with
All
3.
right, go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing was a shit.
This is all DC now. Swamp Thing used to fuck with
You know,
Poison
all
I
that
Ivy.
stuff
stand
still
out.
comes
I
on
forgot
with
about Swamp Thing.
H&I.
Swamp Thing was the shit. I did like Swamp Thing.
Yeah, so that's DC. What Marvel did.
Hey, what happened to
besides Hulk.
Darkman? What happened to Darkman? And
That was Sam Raimi's baby, and I think he kind of fucked it up and sold it or something.
Marvel had all the animated stuff. DC had some good animated stuff too, but I think Marvel was ahead a little. Like, sure, Batman and the
Batman.
spin-offs were good, but that was about it. Like, Marvel had, X-Men and
X-Men.
all the X-Men
X-Men
shows.
was the. I don't know a person on the planet that. So before Dragon Balls was the black anime.
Yeah, because
X-Men was the black show. Like we were, because it was about the civil rights movement.
how did you get the civil rights movement from the X-Men?
Absolutely was about the civil rights movement. Am I right?
Yeah, it's
about diversity.
yeah, pretty similar
And them
parallels.
being
It was loosely based on the civil rights movement.
outcasts because they were mutants.
Yeah. Okay.
And that
I
was
dig
his
that.
inspiration
But no, he's about to
behind
connect that to
when
like
the
why we were
government was
watching
going
it.
after
I'm telling you,
Not
subconsciously,
because I used to want to
subconsciously-
be like Nightcrawler.
You did.
as a
I
kid.
was a fan.
So that's why I was watching. I hated that he didn't come on the show like that. But I used to love the show.
Someone used to come to school with the Bell taped you up? Never mind.
See.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I think that was just you.
No, but yeah, X-Men was back then you said X-Men. The Spider-Man, that was the dope Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was great.
It was
Then they had you remember they had the Silver Surfer show for a second?
Yep.
And then they had the Fantastic
There
Four
was
show.
Fantastic Four.
Whoa,
there
I
was,
gotta
there was an
ask-
Iron Man show.
I gotta
And then
ask.
the Iron Man show.
gotta
That's why he's
ask-
in a wheelchair in that show.
Yeah, with James Avery, Uncle Phil doing War Machine.
I gotta ask. Anybody seen the new Thundercats?
From 2010 or 2011.
No, the new one that's.
Oh, the brand new one?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
No, I didn't know they had a new one.
I know.
It looks too goofy for me, the art style.
I don't know.
I felt that about She-Ra, but he loved She-Ra.
Yeah, same
I
thing.
enjoy
There
She-Ra.
was a rumor flying around about them making a movie out of that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
and
happen.
Vin Diesel playing in it. They was like, that was a rumor.
It
And
was
that's
a rumor.
pretty gay.
I think it's
remember-
gonna happen, but I saw it, and just to see Lionel, and that's my thing. Just to see Lionel was
On the
enough,
screen,
and Tigra and all the rest of them was like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we need it. I've been waiting for the Thundercats movie for about 20 years now. I've been thinking we need that for real. We got He-Man. That was a dope movie. Heard they try
I
to
had to
remake
go
that.
back and watch it again because I forgot about how
He-Man?
the He-Man movie. It was kind of before its time.
It was
It would fit right now perfectly.
It would fit right. They was doing all types of shit. I heard they like blew the budget, all the shit they was paying for.
trying to
on
pull
there.
off. Yep.
But it was like, yeah, for back then, the fight scenes wasn't messed up. The costumes were shady.
I mean, it wasn't Street Fighters.
But don't bring up. My argument with Street Fighter is Street Fighter wasn't a bad movie.
It was
just
horrible.
It was a bad Street Fighter movie.
Or it was a bad movie, y'all. It was bad.
Raul Julia represented.
Raul Julia was
pulled
his
I
only.
swear.
He was the only positive side to that movie.
Ooh,
That's
hell
it.
no, you're disrespecting me now. Oh hell, me now. But
No, he pulled it off. Now Van Damme, if let's see, he ain't kicking. I really didn't feel him playing the All-American hero with the thickest French accent I heard in my life.
Yeah.
I didn't feel T Hawk being shorter than the guy of the whole movie.
They got Bell Rock right.
Like the camera guy.
Yeah, they got him right.
Then we got Kid
punch
hustling.
probably two
I
people in the
really.
movie.
Yeah, it was. If it was another movie, just a regular '80s movie, two guys hustling an agent somewhere, they could fight.
Right. He goes on the correct side. Cammy was on point.
Chung Lee was. I think she was bulimic.
Like I said, me not perfect.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ming Na was the
I thought she was a little skinny.
she was the Asian. I mean, she was the Asian chick, go-to chick back then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Probably it was a couple years later. They probably called Michelle. What's her name? Michelle. What's her name?
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh. She probably been called. She was the go-to.
Tell me what other Asian
Ming
chick
Na.
they have to go to now. Like,
Ming Na Wen kills it as Agent May and Agents of
Yeah.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, she does.
You know what I'm saying? And she's still, working. That's how bad she was. She was the go-to back then. Like, she held it down for Asian chicks. Especially after she did Enjoy Love Club. She kind of held it down for chicks working in America. Let me say that much. Now, the rest of them be having...
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Well,
over here.
I got a question. So
Okay.
if we keep up with this immigration piece, is it gonna hurt our movie industry?
I hope no. I hope it's going to prove it. Because the best ones be coming from overseas.
That's what I'm saying. But if we start locking our doors and not letting people in,
That would make them even better. It would take it back to those days where you had to find movies. When you heard about a movie, you had to find it.
no. What I'm saying, like immigration. So like if coming to this country to work and work visas are harder to get and so on and so forth, we're gonna lock ourselves out from real star talent. Like the whole Walking Dead cast, if I'm not mistaken, is British.
That's the whole cast now.
That's pretty
It's
much.
not. Yeah, pretty
I-
much. Yeah, pretty much,
bro.
bro. No.
And I told
And
him
I'm
about
pretty
this
much sure
before.
most of them don't have green cards. So
All the American heroes and past, think about it. Superman, Henry Cavill was British.
I mean, we lose the
and
Brits. We can
Garfield,
still do it.
British.
I don't know. Like seriously, when you start really thinking about how
We
many
could still-
actors are foreign,
Christian Bale, British. Like
We can
that.
still do it though. That was their choices. There's still some good American actors out here.
no, then we'll be left with actors like
Denzel
Keanu
can't play everybody.
Reeves.
Nah.
I want Keanu
Nicolas
Reeves to play the new
Cage.
Wolverine, this new class of X-Men. He said he wanted
We
to
don't
do
want
it.
that to happen.
I want to see it.
No.
I'm gonna pay money to
I
see
No.
it.
don't you know.
I'll-
Nobody wants
don't nobody want
Wall
that.
with
Just stop.
Wall.
Just stop. He found his happy place.
With John Wick.
He is with Mr. Wick. Leave it alone.
I think I could
John
see.
Wick.
I could
Good.
see Cruz. Let me stop. That's Wolverine. That's Wolverine. I can see Cruz as Wolverine. But you know what? I can see Ashton Kutcher as Bruce Wayne. Everybody keep laughing at that. like a serious tone. It takes
No,
it takes the right director because a lot of people thought Michael Keaton was a goofball. But to me, he pulled the fuck out of Bruce Wayne and Batman. I think with the right director, he already a middle-aged guy. He in shape because he was a model and shit.
That Batman to Tim Burton, the first Tim Burton movie.
Okay,
Before that, all you had was Adam West.
precisely.
So you saying it wasn't a lot to compare it to?
No, I'm saying
It can only get better. That's what you said.
Yeah, but I'm not. But I'm not talking
I
like.
don't even want to know about the sexual
He like,
innuendos
it,
lying now.
yeah.
Yeah,
He said
but-
it can only get better.
But precisely, it didn't get better till Bill. That's what I'm saying. The bar wasn't held up until Bill.
Orphan boy up in green panties.
Chris,
and-
okay,
Let's
so
go back
what was his
Put
name?
on the Platinum mask. All right, let's go.
What was the other guy named? Val Kilmer.
Kilmer was.
We all trying to forget that Batman.
He was a bad Bruce Wayne. He
Val
was a
Kilmer,
good
he got
Batman.
worse and worse. It was like Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer was a good Batman, but as Bruce Wayne,
He was weird.
no. And then went to George Clooney.
He was a good Bruce Wayne, but he was a horrible Batman. I'm surprised he didn't make martinis in the bat suit. That's how cool he was as Batman.
You know what George Clooney should have did?
Punch Mr. Freeze and said, "Hi, Freeze, I'm Batman."
I so
and
wanted-
showing up in a big rubber suit with rubber nipples. I'm sorry, I had to point that
Nipples,
out. Rubber
nipples.
nipples. And a Batman.
There were big
You
black
have to
nipples,
point out
too.
Somebody, I'm Batman.
Hey, why did he have black nipples and he was white? But so
No. Hey, let's talk about why was they having a spin-off over pussy? And he pulled out the back card and said, "Don't leave home with that." That whole movie was all horrible.
but
It was all horrible. So yeah,
he could have played what's his name?
Alicia Silverstone's career basically ended with that movie. 'Cause what else was she in after that?
nothing
I
big.
can't think
Everybody
of his
think for a
name.
minute. That's it. Go through your
Okay.
phone.
The
I had
last,
the-
the last Batman y'all was
Right.
just, the last Batman y'all was just talking about. What was his name?
Keaton,
Not Keaton. The last one. we were making
Bell,
fun of.
Christian Bell.
The other one. He played
Affleck.
in the
Affleck.
hospital show.
You're not counting Ben Affleck?
George Clooney.
George
Like,
Clooney.
oh, the last
Clooney.
Batman
I
was
wanted
Christian Bale.
Clooney
Who's this Affleck
to
character?
play. I wanted Clooney to play James Bond.
I could see Clooney.
I
as
so
James.
wanted that to happen, but he decided to sign up for Batman.
He was
That could
considered.
work.
They was
You know, they
considering
talk
him.
No, I just wanted him to
Oh.
do that, and then when he signed up for Batman, it was like, what the fuck is this? But hey,
I don't like
fuck
the
it.
current Bond. So
Well, Idris
You know,
Elba
talk
want to
about
play
it,
Bond. I
like,
think that shit would be
can't.
awesome.
yeah, 'cause they made Moneypenny different now, so they could change up. Him, and they could probably go as far as making the chick. Randy.
Randy, how do you feel about race bending characters?
Look,
Well, first, let me ask you this.
I think certain
Did you
characters-
see Into the Spider-Verse?
I did.
It was fucking awesome.
I
wasn't
loved it, yeah.
That movie was awesome. It did absolute respect to the Peter Parker franchise, and it introduced Miles Morales. At that point, it's not race bending; it's a new character.
Right.
Now, I don't like it when you take the same character and bend it.
I think
So-
sometimes it can be done, but sometimes I think it can be done.
I think that's
Like-
just lazy writing. That's
like
just
I don't want to
lazy
see
writing.
Miley Cyrus playing Storm in the next X-Men movie. You see what I'm saying?
That's not right.
Well, you
Is
know
that
they already
that's a little
changed the
extreme.
word
Maybe like
female
the,
in comic books.
maybe like the ancient one in Doctor Strange
So when I see
To be a woman and to be
and a white woman.
Chris Hemsworth in a wig,
I think something else could be done. I don't think it should be done that one because he was I mean, this was like, how'd you go from Asian old man to middle-aged
White woman.
English white woman?
What did you think about that? Like how did you feel? Did that disrupt your?
Meta-human.
It didn't disrupt it for me.
Because
at
I
all.
don't think her character was that big of a character.
Yeah, she nailed the character. It was a great portrayal of the character, I think.
She don't usually drop the ball. I forgot her name. Tilda Swinton, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tilda
I think she's
Yeah,
like
she-
an angel.
she played an angel before.
I know, and
Constantine.
I think she looks like an angel because they say angels have no gender,
She's asexual as fuck. Yeah,
and you don't know if she's a male or female.
yeah,
you just
that's
don't
why.
tell.
Yeah, she's one. She plays her parts to death. I've seen her
Mhm.
play all the spectrums. It's like, damn, this chick is.
Like if she's my ideal of an angel. I know there's a couple of other people
and you
that do
want
it too.
Mystique replaced with someone else.
Oh my God, that was a horrible cast. Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Who even thought that'd be a good idea? The first Mystique was perfect,
Yeah.
and it was cool that she didn't talk that much.
What about if she's older now? She lost some of her glare. But we'll stick about the '90s. Naomi
I
Campbell.
actually saw her recently. She still could pull it off better than Jennifer
Yeah,
Lawrence.
yeah.
So
Rebecca
it's
Romijn.
not even so much about her being older.
What about Naomi Campbell? playing.
They tried to make everybody
Mystique.
younger. They were prequels, so.
I don't know. I mean, I like what they did with the new Storm. They found a kind of a no-name character and reintroduced her as Storm. That was better than Halle Berry. That shit Halle Berry did was fucking. It was absolutely blasphemy.
I mean, if they had used the
well,
cardboard
you know,
cutout
he
of
was
Halle Berry instead of actual Halle Berry, I think the movies would have been better.
Way better.
I'm
Way
not a
better.
Halle
They
Berry
wanted-
fan at
I'm
all.
not
They
either.
wanted Angela
I'm not.
Bassett.
No, I don't know what the big
Angela
hype
Bassett
is.
said no. So.
I thought, to me, I always thought Angela Bassett and Boucher Wright.
We
could've been
all
perfect.
know. We all
So-
know that
Everybody said Angela
when
Bassett.
when they did the
and
cartoons-
she said no. So Halle Berry was them settling.
well, when they did the cartoons, well, I think they came to Angela Bassett. I think I watched the documentary on that. They came to her with a really bad script and some real shitty pay.
Okay.
And she was like, "Nah, you suck a dick." And then they went to Halle Berry. They went to Halle Berry because they
It's
said
like
she was
Matrix
more.
all over again.
They said she was
Flexible.
more relevant. Like Halle Berry was Halle Berry at the time, so she could pull in more people to the theater. So they thought she was more.
I low key
lucrative.
think Nia Long could have pulled it off.
Neil Long could have definitely done
I
it.
think she could have pulled it off.
Not now though. She's
It's about then. It's about.
she will.
Or here's a really crazy.
You know she got into a
idea.
fight
They
with
could've just
Beyonce?
Actually went to Africa and
Like a
I
physical
got
fight with
Grace
Beyonce?
Jones, threw a white wig on her. Bam, Storm.
even then, like like I said, the new Storm, the younger girl, she's kind of a no-name person. I mean, she's probably a star in her own right, but she's not as known as like the Halle Berrys and Angela Bassett's. But
Right.
she is a better version of Storm than we have had. Period.
So I gave up with the franchise at that point. But did she had accent and stuff? Did she talk like Storm? Did she act like Storm?
She had an African accent or some kind of accent, and she definitely did. It was
Did
kind
she
of
act like Storm? Like she taking
She-
charge
she
and
nailed
shit?
it. She nailed
See,
it.
I didn't give it. a
Now,
chance.
You realize
anybody
the
seen the
actors,
Phoenix?
just
This
because
Phoenix?
they're not acting like
Have you seen the commercial for the
Marvel
Phoenix?
girls in real
Yeah.
life
What do you
doesn't
think?
mean they can't play them. Anyway,
I don't like Sansa as Phoenix.
who
I call her
James Martin?
Sansa because I don't know her real name, but she plays Sansa.
Sansa from what?
Game of Thrones.
Get out.
I don't play.
Right
I don't
now.
watch Game of Thrones.
Get out.
Get out.
Right now.
I'm sorry.
You're canceled.
Castle.
Patrick Stewart.
I just
obviously
lost my card
Dragon.
again.
Okay, so since we talking about
Wow.
X-Men replacements,
I just what they say. Don't fuck up the vibe. I
No.
just completely.
since we talking about X-Men
I
replacements,
just completely just fucked the vibe.
no, I want to know. Okay, so let's speak on the ideal Avengers replacement. Because they said this is supposed to be Robert Downey's last movie.
I don't think it's gonna ever
Yeah.
be his last movie. I think he's gonna fall back and be like in the comic books. He's not there. He's in a robot. Like his consciousness is in a robot. So I don't think we'll see his person. I think he'll be in like a Jarvis suit. I think he'll be the new Jarvis.
Well, he said he wanted to stop it.
Well, I think you can't.
You can't.
His character is too valid. It's too prominent.
Who would you think could be a good replacement? If you,
Well-
cause they already got rid of
Well,
Johnny Depp. I didn't think
doing
Disney would
it
ever do that.
since
Who?
they started
Disney got rid of Johnny
shooting
Depp. They said fuck him.
in
They took him off everything.
2006.
They got rid of him.
So
So the next Pirates movie ain't gonna have him. What else he had ties with them? He made a lot of money from the
you know
Pirates.
Tom Cruise wanted to be him before they grabbed Robert Downey.
Be what?
Tony
Stark?
Starks.
Iron Man.
That could have
Yep.
been dope.
No.
No.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna
Could
go.
have saw it.
Everyone's saying this, and I don't know how much of it's true, but if they do this, this will be where it's at. They're gonna take Shuri and turn her into Lionheart
I heard they're gonna
or Ironheart,
make the
and they're gonna move Robbie Downey Jr. to the Iron Suit, and he'll just be a voiceover. He'll just do call-ins, and he'll just like maybe do all like he'll be like an animated character. He'll just do all the voiceover for that Iron Suit. He'll be the new Jarvis.
I heard.
Well, this happened. Y'all saw it happen with Hugh Jackman, where he said he only did Logan because he knew it would be the last movie. Because, quite frankly, he's been doing them since '97.
See, but you got to be careful though. When you say last movie, just like X-Men, this Dark Phoenix, technically it's the last movie. Now, what they mean by the last movie is it's the last movie that's going to be made off of the First Class universe. So in theory, it may be that last movie, but it will not be the last Wolverine movie. So Hugh Jackman could
he
return.
meant for him.
Well, it could
So-
return.
he getting old. He ain't getting no younger. Why would we want him?
He
back?
could come back as Old Man Logan. And the
Yeah,
Old
he
Man
still
Logan
dancing
storyline
around
is
on
fucking
on
incredible.
stage
Have you been
plays
following the
and
Logan story right now? Like
I
he
have.
died
I heard he came back. I heard he's
and
back.
came back, and now he has his memory. It's a lot of good shit going on
I've
with
been missing
Wolverine
comics.
right now.
I've been missing comics, and I've been mad
Yeah,
about
but
it.
those don't, the movies don't follow the comic books. They snatch pieces away from it.
Well,
It
you're
depends
gonna
on what you're reading.
you're gonna have to if they ever move towards the
Because right now, not to interrupt you, I was reading. It says what's her name? The Green Gamora's spirit was the one that got the Soul Stone. She's basically inside the Soul Stone right now on the movies. In the comic book, inside the Soul Stone, she's like holding trials for people to come back. So those half that disappear are inside the stone, like battling for their way back. Plus, they done combined a lot of characters. Because the last I read Ghost Panther, which was an amalgamation of Ghost Rider and Black Panther. And they changed up the storyline a little bit. They combined like every character, so that split in half in the comic book there actually was folded in half basically. So there's people, doing stuff like that. So it's kind of like based on I guess what you're reading, because that could technically be happening right now for all we know inside the Soul Stone with those half of people.
Yeah,
So some of the comic books do kind of.
With the Age of Apocalypse movie again.
what was that?
No, the Age of
ahead.
Apocalypse was nothing like the Age of Apocalypse comic book. So yeah.
Exactly. So comic books, movies, those are two completely different.
Did you say Age of Apocalypse?
Yeah.
And you compared that to this Ivan Ooze movie they released?
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, or the Age of Ultron wasn't like the Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
So,
Ultron, that was a complete mockery.
Yeah.
And then after it, you're gonna introduce
Ant-Man.
yeah, that was dumb as fuck.
I-
Like you
I-
could have really did some good
I had attitude
writing
with
if
that.
you would have just done it right.
I had
That didn't
attitude
make no
with that.
sense.
They made Pietro and Wanda results of some type of.
Whoa. Now, a friend of ours in the studio right now, he got to see Captain Marvel. Something happened in Captain Marvel that didn't happen in the comics. Like how she got her powers.
Yeah, that was.
That was a little
Really?
offset. That was a little off-put.
Every
So
Marvel.
they're building. I'm not trying to spoil. I'm not going to spoil, but they're building the universe. I think they're going to go back in time, and I think they're going to reintroduce mutant evolution, because the way they introduced Captain Marvel, I thought was a little bit disrespectful, but it kind of worked.
You can't see. I didn't want to see it. Now I'm gonna have to rush out of
You
here.
have to see it.
and see it.
When you
wanna
saw
see
that,
it.
what was you thinking?
I don't know, to be honest. I thought it was a neat way to tie Captain Marvel into the movies that we already have.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't expected that for sure. But I think this is a good way of them going back and filling in some of the gaps in the world building that they've been doing
Ain't
Okay.
that
with the
been
contemporary era movies.
yeah, I was about to say, ain't that like the sci-fi fix it all anyway, time travel? You know,
Yeah,
This
there was
one
a-
wasn't time.
Yeah, there was
travel.
no time travel. It's just set in the 90s.
But I
no,
think
I'm saying, but with that's
in
the
game, I
yeah.
think in game is definitely going to have
Cause
some.
isn't there a time stone?
Yeah, in
There is.
game is going to have some time travel.
Who had
It's
the
just
who,
too
who
much
had the
stuff. in-
time stone? Who did they get that from?
Doctor
So,
Strange had
yeah.
it originally. It's
It
in the
don't
Eye of
resonate.
Agamotto.
Okay, so yeah, so it's the potential is heavy to go back and let's just fix up.
But
all
they're
the
not
fuck
going to
ups.
use the time stone to do it. They're going to use something else. They're gonna
because
use
Deadpool used. Remember, we watched it together. He used the Flash to go back and fix all his fuck ups.
I think what they're going to use
they cable
is they're going to use the quantum realm. That's what everyone's talking about. That's what the whole conversation is. The quantum realm is
So
going
is
to have
that the Nexus?
It's going to play a big part.
No,
in
I'm
the
saying,
endgame.
is that the Nexus?
I'm not for sure.
You mean like the Nexus from Star Trek: The Next Generation movie?
No, okay, is it the same thing? What was the
Or the
Nexus
one
of stuff?
from Ninja
It's like a
Turtles, or-
traveling spatial phenomena that
Like
you
a
go into it and
paradox?
you can live in anywhere.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
a paradox.
I think that's kind of leaning what I'm saying, because I was watching the Doctor Strange cartoon movie when his sister died, and that's why he became a surgeon, and he didn't realize he had the magic already. And he would meet the ancient one. He would meet the ancient one and the old boy before he became a villain, the black guy in the movie. Before
He's not actually a villain. So
but he was a villain on this one.
Mordo.
Mordo. This is like he reached that point after they weren't allies no more. 'Cause I think they trained together. But anyway, they were meet inside the Nexus, and this was supposed to be the world between all worlds. So from this point, you can go to back in time. You can go into a different.
You can go
universe.
anywhere,
You know,
yeah.
From this point, like whatever, it was like access everywhere. So with that quantum realm, be like their way of reintroducing the Nexus, which means they have to deal more with Doctor Strange, which goes back to me saying they should be the mystic side of Marvel.
Obviously, clearly they can't use Doctor Strange. He's part of the missing. So they're gonna use Ant-Man, and Ant-Man is gonna be the key to getting them back to the past. That's what it sounds like. I don't know how much of it's true,
Yeah, you said
but that's
they
what it
try
sounds
to
like.
use that to bring mutants into the Avengers universe.
No. Can I ask y'all a question? We
Okay.
all saw
He probably
Captain America. I'm asking. We all saw Captain America: Winter Soldier, right?
didn't. I think I did. Is that the one they all fought?
When
That's
he
the
fought,
second
when he
one.
fought,
Before
Bucky for the first time.
Yeah, Bucky.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so
all right.
in that movie, they were making these helicarriers that could kill all people that could potentially become threats through evolution. To me, I thought that was the X-Men. I
It
thought
is.
those were mutants.
Those totally are. That's what X-Men were. The next level of evolution.
That's what I thought they were trying to introduce the mutants.
But you know,
in that.
no. I think that was around the time in which they were, since they couldn't get the rights to X-Men, Disney was like trying to systematically wipe out
Find
the
a way
existence
to-
of mutants.
to
And,
get-
and their version of mutants was supposed to be
get
the
towards them.
Inhumans. And the Inhuman situation fucked up so badly that they can't go back from it.
Yeah.
So they have to
You know
reintroduce
you like
mutants.
that. You so enjoy.
Inhumans was terrible.
You
I'm
so
talking about the whole,
enjoyed
but
that.
it's not just the show. Like every effort they tried to go with, like
I'm okay with it. Inhumans.
on Jessica Jones, she was supposed to be having a growth hormone, the same growth hormone they was using on the twins. You know, they were supposed to be exposed to the IGH stuff. That was supposed to be stand for Inhuman growth hormone. And then that was like, I guess, man-made terror. They happened to get some, and they was exposing it to these kids to give them powers and stuff.
You
So
talking about Quicksilver and
yeah, the twins.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
See now they really
And then the comic book they even made it like that was a made up
They're gonna
past.
have-
You weren't really mutants. You were Inhumans the whole time. So they trying to like systematically remove mutants since they couldn't control it.
they're gonna have to rework Wanda. They're gonna have to do that. They're gonna have
I think
to.
she is just a poor man's gene right now.
Well, they're
And you
gonna
know,
have
she one of the most powerful mutants.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. They're gonna have to. So this whole time
But
travel
they poor
thing is gonna
woman gene,
recreate the whole Marvel universe because you cannot have those two twins without Magneto. So you have to have that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Disney, I'm telling you, they was on a plan. They
So this time travel
they
thing is gonna
rewrote it.
rewrite everything.
no, but they rewrote it already. Saying Magneto was never their father. That's already like canon.
I'm gonna have to check that.
Check that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they already remade that.
What recently you just wrote
Recently,
that?
like,
Well,
right-
you can't rewrite that. No. That's. I mean, because
you can 'cause it's
we
comics.
we find out that Scarlet Witch has that mental breakdown from Vision and from her father issues and all that stuff built up to her eliminating half the mutants on the planet.
Right.
You
She didn't
cannot
eliminate
have.
them. She took their powers.
She eliminated the mutants. So
Okay.
now they're just regular.
Human.
So you can't have her do that without having those father issues.
I mean,
Those
they're
daddy
going-
issues.
Just like you
She's
can't
pretty
make
much a
Ultron.
She's like a stripper. She's like a stripper.
Just like we can't have Ultron without Hank Pym, but they did it.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
but they're
you
gonna
know,
rewrite that too. They're gonna
they
have
do.
to. This time travel piece has to reset everything.
Well, everybody keep in mind what they did with Deadpool. You had Wolverine, X-Men Origins, Wolverine. Deadpool was the main bad guy in that movie.
Okay.
They worked that out completely and made Deadpool. Even Ryan Reynolds himself said, forget about that movie.
He killed
That's what
that.
they're doing now.
He killed that
They make
Deadpool
movies,
though.
They don't like the movie, just say, all right, forget about this one, this is new.
No, but he killed that
This will
Deadpool
happen
though.
every
It is
5 to
it's
7
canon.
years.
You didn't watch that movie yet. He actually went back to that movie and shot that Deadpool in the head. So that Deadpool doesn't exist. It's actually canon. He went back in time and took care of that. He went.
21st century Fox
He
Films
even took care of the Green Lantern movie. He had his contract
Go
set
ahead
up.
and handle that.
He took care of all of it. Every piece he took care of. So yeah.
For fun, he
So
went
that
back
doesn't
and shot
exist.
Hal
I
Jordan
don't know
in.
who thought that was a good idea to
really
make him
watched
Hal
Green
Jordan.
Lantern?
I don't know who did that. And the next Green Lantern movie has to be Jon Stewart. It has to be. You cannot do
Do
it.
any of them.
Well, they're talking about
Hers gonna be a core. They should make a show about the whole core.
They're saying they're going to use the young lady. She's real relevant right now, the girl Green Lantern.
Okay.
They're saying they're going to use her. And so there's two of them. There's a guy and a girl. And then Jon Stewart is like their teacher, kind of.
What about time?
I thought Green Lantern would have did something to help that atrocity of a Justice League movie.
No,
I
see,
didn't know
what happened was he showed up and said, "This
What
is a hot."
happened to that?
He showed up and said, "This is a hot fucking mess. I don't want my name on this shit," and dipped.
And they mentioned, I mean, they showed the lanterns, so it wasn't like they didn't exist.
He got the fuck on. He was like, "Really? You want me?" He said, "Really? You want me to fight? You want what? No, I'm good."
All of a sudden, all his numbers were
Speaking
canceled.
of.
They couldn't contact him. He got off Facebook. They couldn't
Speaking
find him.
of the Justice League movie, Since y'all two seen it, do you think, I heard this is a big question too, do you think Miss Marvel, I'm going back to Miss Marvel, was better than Aquaman?
I haven't even
Captain
seen
Marvel.
I haven't even seen Aquaman.
I've seen it.
What about Black Panther?
Well, okay, now you can't compare Captain Marvel or Marvel to Aquaman. Two different.
I'm not saying like I'm saying as far as like it's the
But
story
you kinda
just
can.
as good,
You
is the
kinda-
fighting just as good?
You kind of can't compare Black Panther to
Okay.
Aquaman because it was a world building movie.
Okay.
Black Panther was fucking awesome. That I really can't say nothing bad about that.
It wasn't my favorite.
Aquaman was a really good movie. Really, it is by far the best DC movie out. But the
Not better than Man of
story,
Steel.
it killed Man of Steel. The story lacked.
Dark.
There was moments in the
Dark
story where it was
Knight
like, what
will
the fuck?
forever be my favorite DC.
Well, I'm saying like DC as in the current
Continue.
versions of
Okay.
it. Like right now, if you compare it to Wonder Woman will be a close second. And in most people's eyes, she'll be
I
a
was
first.
so bored with Wonder Woman.
I was
Okay,
too,
cool.
man.
I mean,
was.
but Gal Gadot was in there. She can do no wrong.
She can do no wrong. Says Fast and Furious. When I say she was gonna be Wonder
But see,
Woman,
that's
you
my
had to give her a
point. That's
chance.
what a lot of people did. That's what he was just saying about Black Panther when he said it wasn't his favorite movie. I can get that. People were so excited because of the energy behind it. It's a black movie. All it makes so much sense. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, it was
No,
okay.
the movie was awesome. Like real talk,
It
the
wasn't better than-
soundtrack was fucking
It wasn't
phenomenal.
better than Iron Man.
Are you, dude? Like real? I'm gonna throw this mic at you.
Iron Man, all three of them.
Are you
three of 'em.
serious? Iron Man 3 was ass. It was bad, and 2 wasn't that great.
3 was better than Black Panther.
Oh my goodness!
The shitty fight scenes.
You know this is
If
gonna
it- if it
this is
wasn't-
gonna go live, and I'm gonna give you your address.
Okay. The shitty fight scenes. The only time I only had one good fight scene. It wasn't even 100%.
In Black Panther?
Yes.
Are you serious?
What was
When
a
they
good fight scene
showed
to
up
you?
in that underground
That was a
gambling
dope
pool,
fight scene
that
to you.
shit
You don't
was
know what,
fucking
you don't know
awesome.
what a good fight scene is.
The,
there.
the chick that plays Michonne
Yeah.
is fucking incredible.
I liked her. That's the one fight scene I kind of did when she
She
took off her
was
wig and was like, let's
and
go.
did that whole slide move with the dress and was
Right,
spinning the
so-
stick. She was fucking phenomenal.
That was it.
No,
That was it.
no, stop it.
That was it.
Killmonger, kind of a boring villain.
Kind of, he wasn't. He
Whatever.
didn't give everything he could have gave to Killmonger.
Are we
But I don't
really
think it's
doing
Mi- I don't
this?
think it's
Are
Michael
you
B. Jordan's
fucking-
fault. I think it was
Wow.
the director's fault.
You know what? You know what this is? You know what this is? Huh? Now I'm gonna say this. As far as Marvel movies, Black Panther is my favorite, but it's very close between Black Panther and Civil War. Civil War was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Civil War.
It didn't.
I still keep actually calling out Avengers 3. That's how good it was. To
Well,
me.
and that's the thing, right?
I keep actually
Civil
saying
War,
Avengers 3.
Civil War was so good because there was no
Which
alpha,
essentially What it was Avengers 3.
Right.
but there was no
Without-
alpha. There was no alpha villain. There was only an intelligent villain, and that right there I thought was classic. It was classic comic book. The villain doesn't need to have powers on the level of all the characters. He just needs to outsmart them, and that's exactly what they showed.
right.
Now you sound like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Well, my favorite
That should've been a
character,
sequel. That should've
my
been a
favorite
sequel.
character of all time is Ozymandias from Watchmen. Mendias from Watchmen. He's the shit.
I heard
where
they're
is he
making
at now?
another Watchmen.
Are they? It's gonna take place.
They're
now?
making a TV show.
It's gonna be on DC.
Okay, it's gonna be a TV
Yeah,
show.
make a
All
TV
right.
show. Did anybody see
What?
what was it? That new TV show with the robot and
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. Yeah,
I
you haven't.
I saw it.
Not you probably think it's some trash, right?
I don't follow DC
Okay,
super closely. I watch the CW.
I don't blame you.
I watch the CW shows, but that's it.
Did you like Black Lightning?
It's Fred
Yeah,
Astaire
I love Black Lightning.
Black Lightning is kind of cool. You watch
I like Black Lightning because it's lower to the ground. It's more similar to like the Defenders, the Netflix series
Yeah,
goes, like
it feels-
very neighborhood based, whereas like Arrow
and Flash.
and Flash are a little seem a little bigger, even though they're still localized. It's more
fantasy.
Yeah.
Everything else feel like you can go into a neighborhood. Black Lightning, like you can go into a neighborhood and actually experience that shit.
right.
You know, people trying to take over, like trying to poison the people in the neighborhood and give them some drugs to keep them docile. How you feel about that? Like that was fucked up, right?
What was that? What show we talking about now?
Black Lightning
Black
got
Lightning.
Black Lightning when it aired.
I don't
That
support
fucker
that.
said it's gonna go from zero to balls to the wall. We're going in. We're gonna just point out all these
Why ain't
negative
they
shits.
connected to the Arrowverse?
It's
it
not
will.
yet.
It will. It
Yeah.
will.
Say, yeah, I get because post. I don't understand. I don't
They
understand.
wanted to see how the show was going to perform, and I understand that because Luke
And then-
Cage
and speaking of,
underperformed
bring
so
back,
bad.
Bring back Hellblazer.
Luke Cage was great until halfway through, and then it completely changed stories. And
Everyone liked the first like
Six,
six. I
yeah.
was gonna say first 6 or 7 episodes, and then when they killed off Cottonmouth,
Yeah.
the show was shit.
yep,
Cottonmouth was the perfect.
Black Mariah.
Go ahead.
Black wasn't good enough.
I need her to get an Oscar, Alfred Woodard, for that. No, not an Oscar, a daytime Emmy.
No.
For that.
I don't like her character at all.
And and then her daughter. I didn't like the
That
second
is-
season.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is this? It's so bad. Second season was so bad. I was very mad that they went that route. But hey,
All of them got canceled.
hey, if it's a cultural thing, Iron Fist was ass. That was a.
I like the second season.
Iron
I
Second
watched-
season was great.
I
Was
watched
it?
the second season.
Yeah.
With his did he have like a friend or something with him that he used to train with, the Indian boy,
They went to war with each other.
and they both had the hand. And he
Well,
was trying
he took the hand from an older Iron
and
Fist.
took the blood and did the ritual again. So now he got a fist.
Yeah,
on his
but
arm. Yeah.
what I didn't like about the second
Did
one,
the girl get one too?
she became no,
They said that's for real. She did become.
she
one
became
first.
the Iron Fist. So how did he get his powers back?
They did the ritual again. They got her blood, right?
No, it was confusing. He gave her his Iron Fist.
Yeah.
But in the very end, in credits, it shows him wielding the gun, throwing like spiritual energy through a bullet. Like he charged the gun with his spiritual energy. So somehow
Y'all
he
don't see a
he
problem
recouped
with
the
that?
Iron Fist.
I guess.
There's a problem with that, and the problem with it is your rating system, because you keep calling things ass. So is it like a little picture of butt cheek? What's the good side?
It was
of
bad.
it
I was
here?
so
And if so,
okay.
I don't
So
wanna think
here's
about
my
a
thing.
fist
Here's
and
my
butt
thing.
cheek, 'cause
In
it
the
makes me
DC
think about
universe,
fist.
in the DC universe, Iron Fist is ranked. Like real talk, he's ranked one of the top 10 fighters in that universe.
In the DC universe.
In the DC universe.
Iron Fist.
I'm sorry, Marvel universe. Don't hit me with
Oh,
that. Okay, Marvel.
no, I thought you
Yeah,
was
yeah.
going. So
No,
I
no,
thought
no.
you knew something I didn't know.
No, he's ranked one of the top 10 fighters in that universe, like top 20 probably. Iron Fist he makes it up there.
Yeah.
And when they displayed him in the show, he was like a low level crime fighter. It was like this is bad, really bad. He should have just mopped the
Yeah,
floor
he
with all
didn't
those
get
people.
I think that they did it sort of. This is supposed to be his first few years.
You know what? I've seen better.
Sort of like Flash on the Justice League movie. He was a shitty Flash. Ain't no way you tearing up this whole room running around with the Flash I was raised on could run around.
Oh,
this
you
room
talking about
fixing-
the movie?
Yeah,
No,
it
we
was-
not. That's not
That's
canon.
what I'm saying. I'm thinking.
We're
No,
not gonna even think about that.
no, but I'm saying like I think that's how
Well,
they
you see
do
how
it.
they introduced Cyborg into the Dawn of Justice movie.
Cyborg is
He
on
was
the
an afterthought.
he on the Titan show too.
No, I don't think it's an afterthought. I actually think he held that movie together personally, and it's like
Really?
Yeah.
He was barely in it. If you count all the time he was in the film, not counting the fight scenes, he had 3 minutes of screen time.
I just don't know why they
My
couldn't.
son's dying from a car accident. Oh, let me bring back to life with it. All right, switch way.
I don't know why they just couldn't like the animated version of that movie was so fucking good. I don't know why they just couldn't turn that animated version, or at least use the same plot points and turn that into the movie. Like
Well,
animated
you're
movie,
behind the Street
Doom
Fighter,
was.
but okay.
The animated version now. I want to know.
So in the animated version,
are they all connected?
well, the way it was cool because Batman, actually Green Lantern was investigating the mother boxes, and then he bumps into Batman, and then Batman
it,
takes
too.
him to go fight Superman,
I saw it.
and it all collaged that way, and then they fought Doomsday.
That's got ain't
Not
that
Doomsday, they fought
Darkseid.
Darkseid, which was a good combination, and that was a fair villain for them all to fight. You know, but to Steppenwolf, I was
Right, yeah, Steppenwolf. And,
It was-
Yeah.
That was,
like Superman would thump him, and that'd be the end of it.
Steppenwolf.
fight was
They
started.
made him.
Superman put him down.
They
were just
present-
sitting around looking at each other.
Okay.
So,
They presented him like he was at a different light because he wasn't this dope in the comic books. He was not like this.
He was a real low level individual.
yeah, and they had
Yeah,
him
he
wiping
was.
through
He was
Amazons. He done
great,
beat
you know,
Aquaman
yeah.
ass real quick.
And then another thing too, but I get it. So you didn't see the Aquaman movie?
I did.
Aquaman. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I saw it the first day it
The
came out.
Aquaman movie explained why he was so weak in that movie.
That was the question I always had too. Was that
Yes.
supposed to take place before or
It took
after
place. It took place after
Justice League?
Justice League. It actually
So why did
played
him
out.
and Mary act like they just met each other?
Well, that was another weird thing. They I guess because it explained that he helped save the planet or whatever. And he had been doing hero shit for a while, so it pointed out the fact that he did fight alongside the Justice League.
I remember that part, but then when she came out the water, she like.
Yeah, Mira. It was
She
kinda
talking
weird.
like, you know what I'm saying, I've been looking for you. You the rightful heir. Your brother trying to take over. And it's like, bitch, you was just with him in the last movie. Where the fuck did this come from? You was just standing right next to him when Seth Wolf whooped his ass in front of you. So is this supposed to take, I was wondering, did this take place right before?
It was definitely after.
Okay,
Apparently,
so.
amnesia is common in the world of LA.
I mean, he didn't officially become Aquaman yet. When he was in,
He had his mama's trading in
he
his
had
uniform.
his mother's. Remember?
I'm talking, he has uniform on in the movie.
No. In Justice League,
What was he wearing?
he wore his regular armor. Like he actually didn't wear nothing. He just wore no shirt or something like that. He was like he had no armor.
I know, because the movie, he got the actual Aquaman armor now.
So he didn't become Aquaman until his movie. He was just, I don't even know his
Boy?
Yeah,
Arthur Curry.
He was Arthur Curry.
The
in
guy who fed
Justice
fish,
League.
because on Justice League, he was,
Curry
that's how I
fish,
said,
I
could that have been before? Because on Justice League, that's how he met him. He
Justice
was
League
already
was
saving
definitely. It was definitely before.
he was saving his, the port, bringing on fish every year and shit, coming in drinking beer.
So, but it was cool because we all know that Aquaman could beat the shit out of Superman. It could happen.
I'm not gonna ever say that.
Aquaman can give it to Superman.
Until
Maybe it
Aquaman stayed out of
pretend.
water for more than 10 minutes. How does that
I mean, until Aquaman keeps Superman in a cavern where he can get no sunlight.
What about who you think will win between Aquaman and Submariner?
Now, a lot of people talk about that. Aquaman's powers are grounded differently than Submariner's. His powers are just like, I don't even know where his powers come from. Aquaman is more of a, I don't know, shit, more mystical, I guess. And that's what makes him, it gives him the ability to
I thought it was
defeat-
through genetics.
No, it's mystical. Like, remember, Atlantis got sunken into the ocean by a curse or
So
something.
how that fight would go is they basically paint it out to be a historical, epic battle underwater. Then all of a sudden, a tiger shark, a great white, just goes by and eats both of them at once.
Oh, it'd be like that age-old moment where you see the dog in the middle of the floor and you both saying, come here, boy, whose powers would be stronger
Oh, don't, okay. You know what?
to get the fucking shark to come, you know?
Nope, I don't know. Nah, before we close
Like I
this
said,
up,
they fight, a great
I
white
want
comes
you
by
all-
and eats them both, burps the end.
before we go, I want you to leave you all, the audience, with this right here. This week's movie conspiracy. We're gonna start it off. I want you all to discuss it. Think about it. Willy Wonka, movie about a child murderer. All right, y'all. Until next week, keeping it real. I'm the Wiz. That's the Brain. And that's the Doctor. Peace. This is where he supposed to be at.
I think we're still on, so be careful.
That's what, I guess that'd be part of the gimmick. It's still. I'm gonna play this town like a harp out of hell.
Are you still there? Are you still there? Hello?
Let's see.
No, but Aquaman was really good. And can I spoil?
Let's say
Captain
this.
Marvel?
No, because it just came out and some people ain't seen it yet.
Well, I want to spoil.
You can spoil it to me, but not to the
We
audience.
gotta get away from these nights.
We gotta get it. We gotta. I'm trying to.
Do I owe him $15 still?
No, let me. I gotta talk to you about. Right?
We got because I don't want to just keep showing up.